What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here doing a TLG Reacts for the State of Play that happened earlier today. That is February 12th if you're in the future sometime. And yeah, it's a 46-minute video. I got two things spoiled for me. One of them is something I already knew was coming out, so not a big deal. And the other thing is something that I'm actually very interested in that I don't know much about. But other than that, I have not seen anything, so I don't know what to expect from this. And I wanted to speculate on what they'll show, because I honestly don't know really what's down the pipeline for Sony or Xbox.
Just
really.
Yote.
Yep. Which I'm very excited about. They could show that, but I feel like it would get its own state of play.
I just feel like I would not have dodged spoilers if that was the case.
For sure. So, yeah, going into this pretty much blind, even the things I do know. The one thing I'm curious about, but the other thing I'm very interested in. I think it's a pretty big deal. If you've, well, I won't say anything. And yeah, how did you fare before now? And did you get things spoiled? And do you have any speculations?
To my knowledge, I didn't have anything spoiled. I did see, I can't even remember where I saw it now, but
Stellar Blade coming to PC.
Stellar Blade getting released. I saw before, so it must not have been a spoiler because it was. I was using Twitter before 2 p.m. so that I, afterwards I cut myself off to avoid spoilers. But it was someone was posting like some translations of an interview or something like that from the team at Shift Up, talking about the revenue they've made from Nikkei and Stellar Blade and their expectations for the PC version to do really well, and then it said add to wish list now, and I was like, oh crap, and I went and checked, and sure enough it's there. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew it was coming anyway, so unless that was just rumors, but I wasn't surprised to hear that it got a release date or whatever. So.
Yeah, they had said it was coming already.
Yeah.
So
which is great because that was a game I wanted to pick up for PS5 but never did, and it would have a better chance of being played through if I had it on PC. Right. So at this point, Sony needs to be releasing exclusives only on Sony that like I really need to play. Otherwise, I'm just at the point where I'm just buying everything on PC now. So, although Grand Theft Auto 6, I think I was talking with Wade about that. When that comes out, I might have to, because that's not going to come out on PC for like another year probably. So I might have to finally upgrade to the PS5 Pro when that comes out. That's going to finally move those fuckers, because like they didn't even like sell out when they came out. So once that shit's coming out, they're going to come off shelves. But anyway, I'm talking about their shit. Yeah. Speculation? Got any speculation? Anything you think they might show? Anything you're hoping for? Monster Hunter, that's right around the corner.
Honestly, I don't need to see any more Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I didn't need to a long time ago. I
also didn't participate in the most recent network test just because I was just like, I'm buying it when it comes out. I don't care anymore, man. Like, so.
Yeah, it almost sounds like anti-Monster Hunter. It's like, no, I'm so for Monster Hunter, I don't need to play that. I'm just ready to play the actual game.
Yeah, I just want to start progressing.
Yep.
So. Yeah,
I don't want to have to keep resetting. It's not fun for me to like, get to interact with the game, but not get to keep my progression. So
yeah. I mean, it'd be cool to see some more from Yote, but I don't think I necessarily need that either. It would be cool for sure, but I also think it'd be like its own showcase. I feel like they would even warn people.
Yeah,
the Ghost of Yote showcase on this day.
Yeah. Almost will guarantee that's what's going to happen. Is they will just do a singular. It's such a big title for Sony that, or PlayStation, that they'll probably devote a whole thing to it.
So I don't know. I'm assuming hopefully some. I know not everyone wants to hear this, but hopefully some cool like indie stuff, some AA stuff would be cool.
It's so funny. I'm always looking forward to the indie stuff, but when they show indie stuff, you see people online like bitching, like, "Oh, they didn't even show Grand Theft Auto 6," and it's like, man.
And then I would love to see something cool coming out of AAA, but that's honestly kind of my lowest priority these days right now.
That's fucking 1,000% so fucking real. That like I'm not even excited for AAA. I want to be excited for AAA. I did a video recently on the next Battlefield. I'm feeling kind of optimistic about it, but I have like no fucking faith in like AAA at this point. It's like it'll probably look good. Everything's gonna look good. I know that, but gameplay wise, all the fucking cool ideas are in the indie and AA area.
Yeah, though if they're being honest with their like wanting to take feedback while people are playing it type of thing, and then actively making changes, I mean, I'll have to give them credit. So
Sure. Plus, they started promoting this game without showing it off, without telling people, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Because that was the big mistake of...
I think most AAA companies have kind of told their employees to shut up at this
They
point.
got to stop, because when Battlefield 5 was coming out, people forget this too. People like look back at Battlefield 5 like the underdog that all the Battlefield fans for some reason don't like. It's like, do you not remember when that game was coming out? Fucking how ridiculous the trailers for it were, and people complained, and EA and fucking DICE were like, go fuck yourself. You're all racist and sexist. And it's like, no, this game just looks like shit. And it's like, of course it's going to hurt your game that was soulless. So anyway, don't have to talk about Battlefield. Maybe we'll see that here. I don't think we will. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm hoping to see something AAA that's exciting. But you know, I'm here for the indies and the AA games, and yeah, I'm just excited because this is a big video, 46 minutes. So, you ready to start it?
Yeah.
All right. This is State of Play, February 12th, 2025, and 3, 2, 1, and go. That almost scared me. Dude! Hey,
hey.
There it is.
Right at the beginning.
It's coming out so soon. I was like, they gotta show it.
Yeah, I should probably pick it up on the next straight check.
Did you see that shield, those big rows? That's got me excited for the weapons to look crazy. Clear my schedule. Ew. We've said this a million times, but like, world is so good, and this just looks like a better world, which is like almost hard to fathom.
Yeah, man. Every time I see anything on it, I'm just like so happy with how it looks.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking sick. There's so many monsters in this trailer.
A lot of varied locations. Which is nice to see because, like, you know, initially they only showed like desert locations, which looked awesome. But
they were pretty hush-hush for a long time.
Stand witness to how its existence unfolds.
Also, it's so weird to me now that we're in a time where Capcom has like some of the best graphics in games.
They've always been kind of a graphic pusher, but yeah.
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
I
don't know.
Really good
yeah, except for Resident Evil 5 and Street Fighter, what was that, 4 at the time? That era was like, it was kind of mid-graphics.
Yeah. Oh. I can't remember its name. I'm probably going to crucify for that. There you go.
There it is. Don't even have to remember.
It was a very cool one from Rise. So
yeah.
It was from something else before that,
Looks
I think.
cool.
But, yeah, it was a cool one. I'm going to be very happy to experience it on a system that can handle it.
Sure.
皆さんこんにちは。
Day one
モ
buy.
ンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの辻本です。無料タイトルアップデート第1弾の追加モンスターとして玉光が決定いたしました。この他にもタイトルアップデート第1弾で追加されるコンテンツはまだありますが、詳細は改めてお知らせしたいと思っております。
It's still so weird to me
本作は
that
発
game
売
went
後
from
に
like you
数回
know
のタイ
you
トルア
know
ップ
to
デートを
like
予定しています。
yeah, it's the biggest game
タイトルアップデート
Capcom
計画につい
What?
ては追ってお知らせしますので、今後の情報にご期待ください。
Damn,
2
they're
月
already getting ready
28日
to
の発売ま
start
で
supporting
あ
the
と
game
少し。
They got
皆様に楽しんでいただけることを心よりお待ちしております。
They did a
本
great
日の
job with
発表
World
は以上となります。
good job with Rise as well.
引き続きステ
Yeah, I
ートオブ
didn't
プレイを
play
お
Rise
楽しみ
much
ください。
Yeah, it's just a similar thing. For 2
Yeah.
years they supported the game, so which I think is awesome. You definitely get your money's worth when you buy it.
Yakuza?
Forged to unleash vengeance.
No.
More than a weapon. It is
Yeah,
the soul of a
looks like
shinobi.
it. Street Fighter 4 was fun except for the latency we experienced.
Yeah.
This is a very similar style.
No obstacle can stand in their way.
We'll play this on PlayStation Plus.
This is probably part of Sega's like bringing stuff
Sword
back.
where
Oh,
others
they're
would
bringing
not
everything
dare.
back.
Yeah.
The Virtua Fighter footage I've seen is fucking crazy looking.
Legal precision.
It has like a system where you're like blocking individual. Yeah, and it's like graphic, like they're not fucking around.
Each weapon a tool. Each tool.
Which I'm glad to see Sega get some balls in front of these.
I like how Sega was just chilling for a while, and then they just started making a ton of money off of
Yakuza and Sonic.
Yeah, and then for a while, Total War was doing good too.
Yeah.
The legend continues.
Wait, Yakuza, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I was like, am I having a stroke? I thought I could have swore. It's like Sonic, yeah. I don't remember if Sonic Racing is good or not. I always thought when I was younger it was weird that people who all run fast are in cars. Like, it makes sense if, like, Robotnik was in a vehicle, but, like, all these fuckers are supposed to run so fast. Is this new or remaster? You can tell with these graphics.
It's died a couple times.
I mean, this is straight from a stream.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This is also a PlayStation Plus game I'm sure we'll play. It's always nice seeing games like this because I'm like, I'll probably play at some point.
I mean, honestly, this will be baseline fun.
Unless it sucks. I've only played one kart racer that sucked. I forgot what it was. We played on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
was it Garfield or something?
Something like that. But most of the time they're
solid, yeah.
fun,
This actually doesn't look bad.
No, the tracks are interesting.
Yeah.
I also like the idea of they could bring some portaling around so the tracks can be very
Crossworld's interesting. And Sega will just chuck Sonic games out. And fucking, they just keep doing it, but they're making money somehow.
Break free. Become unbound from the laws that govern reality. To turn the gears of time once again.
An apocalypse looms over parallel worlds as their fates begin to intertwine. The battle to alter destiny begins. Embark on a journey alongside gods, heroes, and monsters of bygone eras. The anomalies, known as
Bandai Namco doing an anime game.
Not now.
Say Digimon.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I was never.
Seize the future.
I never really was into it before, so like.
I never got into Digimon. When I was young, I got into Pokemon and feel like, oh, that Digimon. Like, Digimon's like fucking dollar store Pokemon. I was like an elitist about it. That looked decent though, graphically. Like, looks like they're fucking putting some work into it. Is that all? No, it's Bandai Namco. Yeah, I already said that. I saw Bandai Namco. I saw an anime person. I'm like,
大家好，我是《输了之魂》的创作者杨斌。从一名独立开发者到今天与 PlayStation 携手，这一路走来已历经10年。《输了之魂》结合了流畅爽快的战斗体验与丰富多样的世界设计，玩家将在各具风格的场景中探索，面对充满个性的敌人，同时与有趣的角色互动，逐步揭开精彩的故事。接下来，我非常激动地向大家展示全新的游戏预告，并正式确认游戏的发布日期。
I thought it said China Herd Project at first. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
I keep having the same dream. A horrible dream. Where monsters invade our world.
Digimon?
A powerful being falls from the sky. And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies with you.
Stargazer. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions, together. I see great power within you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled.
Yeah. Yeah, when they first showed off, we were like saying it had like some Final Fantasy flair to it and some other shit. So definitely is flashy.
You never wanted to be a hero. But for humanity's sake, you must.
Then give me your power, Arena.
Sure, here you go.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for me, but it looks alright.
Yeah, it looks... I feel like if you're really into that kind of game, like that looks probably pretty cool to you. For me, I'm like, sure. I think it looks pretty decent.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
About as much as I can give
We've
it.
got several updates today from partners around the world, starting with news from the Like a Dragon series. First up, a playable demo of Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii arrives on PS5 this fall.
Think about it now, huh?
Players can try out 2 battle styles, including Goro Majima's new Sea Dog style, as well as engage in naval battles at the Pirates Coliseum.
Okay. I'm just not a big fan of the Yakuza in Hawaii thing.
Sega and Mint Rocket joined forces in Ichiban's Holiday, a new crossover DLC coming to Dave the Diver. Ichiban Kasuga and other Like a Dragon characters team up to thwart a gang of troublemakers in classic beat-em-up style, all while perfecting new recipes at Bancho Sushi. Dave the Diver Ichiban's Holiday arrives this April on PS5 and PS4.
First off, beat that game. I got pretty far into it, and then try out all the new content.
Alpha begins February 27th on PS5.
Kinda curious about this, but also...
Use portals and futuristic physics to dominate the arena, and play a new 24-player mode where 3 teams compete on a massive map.
Sounds like a shit show.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I'm here to give you an exclusive first look in the future of the WWE 2K franchise.
Pen.
Introducing
for a second.
the Island.
Pen's real skinny now.
With the Island, players enter an online environment filled with WWE-themed landmarks,
but facts are facts.
Live events, and shops with up to 50 other players at a time. The Island also offers deep customization, giving players the chance to personalize their My Superstars like never before.
Yeah. I mean, they're following what other fighting games are doing, basically, which is smart.
The Island is not just an addition.
That's one thing about fighting games they're doing is making like social hubs so that the community can actually hang out with each other and just talk to each other online.
Yeah, I hope whenever they decide to make an actual new Guilty Gear, I'm very happy with them just supporting it for years because they just keep adding characters and maps. But the worst part of that game is the social hubs kind of meh.
I feel like nothing.
Sup? I'm Randy from Gearbox. And I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Like so
and you know why we're here. We're here for you. Are you ready? It's 2025, and every day we are getting closer to the launch of Borderlands 4. Let's go!
Plus, the story of Borderlands 3 was like so bad that I'm not even excited for where it could go. Yeah.
Wake up and I'm feeling like I wake up feeling.
Looks like Borderlands. Graphics are definitely better. Done. looks like it's finished. Like, is it coming out soon? I also noticed there's a lot of aerial stuff in that.
They seemed a lot better than previous games.
Wake up and I'm feeling like a punk.
As well.
Just as long as
badass, so much fun.
Just as long as it's not like fucking Suicide Squad where everyone is just doing aerial stuff. Like, I want characters to feel fucking different. But, yeah.
We don't have to wait long now. Borderlands 4 is going to break free for its special state of play this spring, focused exclusively on Borderlands 4.
See if they're getting
diving deep, you guys. Join us. Borderlands 4, state of play for combat, Vault Hunters, action skills, exploration and discovery, everything. You're going to see more guns than you can even count.
All on PlayStation 5, but Randy, do you have anything else for us?
I think I do, Randy.
Well, what is it? Don't hold out on me, Randy.
I'll feed you, baby bird. Who wants a launch date for Borderlands 4?
Just Randy.
Well, Borderlands 4 launches worldwide for everyone on September 23rd,
that makes sense.
2025.
We got work to do.
See you in spring.
Yeah, it will sell because Borderlands 3 sold more than Borderlands 2, I believe. But it's not received as well. People always bring up like, "Oh, it sold really well." Yeah, because Borderlands 2 is so good that everyone's bought it.
I do think there's a large.
I fucking can't wait for this.
Casual base.
But I really don't do small talk.
Buy the next
Nice to
game.
meet you too.
So. Oh yeah.
Literally anything these guys make, I'll play until they make a bad game.
But how are we supposed to get out
but
of
they'll
here if
get
we don't start to trust each other?
Yeah,
I don't
for
need
sure.
your trust. Well, I kind of need yours.
2, 1.
Honestly, the only thing I need is
I took inspiration for this story from when me and my sister were younger.
Look at all of this. It's
I think the stories always work well, and I think most of the performances and writing is fine. But there's always some parts where I'm like, that feels kind of discombobulated, disjointed.
Follow my lead. Are you for real, Zoe? I wrote it when I was a kid. What sort of double child were you?
Hands above your head.
What now?
But like, yeah, all their games, all their co-op games, like I feel like are experiences that like all gamers should have with friends. Like they're kind of like celebrations of gaming. They like play with genres. They do really cool stuff. Like when it comes to cooperative stuff, like.
Or I mean, they just straight up feel like a video game.
Yeah.
So.
March.
That is so soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this a U game?
Probably. If it's scary, I'll play it. They're doing a sci-fi game. I gotta catch up on the Dark Pictures fucking games.
Status report. Looks like it penetrated through there. We need to inspect the hull damage first.
Doesn't look too bad.
Doesn't look too good either. What is that?
That looks awful.
Feeling all right?
Yeah, I'd be stressed out.
One way and
the ship I'm on had a giant hole like that.
Yeah.
What is that? This ship is infected with an alien organism. It still doesn't feel real sometimes.
Now, I get why you stole.
On that note, where the fuck is Dead Space 2 remake?
Lord have mercy.
Do you think Williams knows more about this substance than he's letting on? You can't take any chances with him.
It can manipulate its physical appearance. It's changing its cellular structure. It's replicating the human form. It's replacing us.
I know this will be difficult to hear.
They've even had like
but if you're still
semi-famous actors in some of the games, and their line delivery was like monotone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I just noticed that every character I listened to, I was like, they sound pretty good.
Yeah, I'll play that. Looks pretty cool. I like horror, I like sci-fi. I wonder if do they still, let me know in the comments if you know, do they still do all their games so you can play them with people? Because I know they were doing that for a while.
Yeah.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned
I got
in
no
his
fucking love
warehouse.
for this brand.
Okay.
Your job
Yeah, I don't
is
either,
simple.
but
Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was
exactly what it
developing
was
for
right
us.
Sure.
It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment.
Check it that way.
We fully expect the retrieval process to go smoothly and without incident, but just in case, we suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving.
Back to work.
It's almost higher quality than the fucking one we played on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, though I think one of my favorite ones I've seen is the 2D like pixel one, it's like side-scroller style one.
Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Like Poppy was also like a nicer looking game that I was kind of used to seeing from them as well.
Greetings from Moonhood. We're the creators of the Midnight Walk, cozy horror game created entirely in clay, where you will journey down a nightmarish highway riddled with terrors that want to devour you and your little lantern creature, Hawk Boy. Together with your little friend, you must outsmart these terrors and bring back fire to this mad world we've handcrafted for you. So please enjoy this short gameplay preview.
After the end of the world, the burnt one woke from a deep slumber.
Have you seen this before? Yeah. This one looks interesting.
I'd almost forgotten how it felt. You're the caretaker of this little firecracker? I reckon you must be headed for Moon Mountain. Am I right?
Yeah, this works a little better for me though, and the gameplay movement is smooth, so. I love the art style.
No,
like if you freeze the frame, it looks like it would be like a movie or something.
I kind of said the same thing about that Bayou game too. Though,
yeah.
Because like it's like dripping with creativity.
May 8th. Nothing looked cozy about that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, man.
Special thanks to Klaus and Olav for that updated look at the Midnight Walk.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Up next, a quirky new adventure from Konami.
Weird. Konami? What the fuck are you guys up to?
In Darwin's Paradox, you play as Darwin, a clever octopus who finds himself dumped near a highly suspicious food processing center.
Is this an original new IP from Konami? It's fucking weird.
Use Darwin's natural camouflage and inking skills to escape the facility and save the world from aliens.
Yeah, a little bit. You know what? It doesn't look amazing, but I'm gonna give Konami credit for fucking doing something.
We're excited to reveal a brand new title from Koei Tecmo Games and Omega Force.
That's all Warriors.
Warriors Abyss, a roguelite spin on the Warriors franchise.
Fairly easy to make.
Descend into hell. Call on powerful allies. And experiment with tons of playstyle combinations to send the enemy hordes flying.
I fucking hope not. But that'd make a real easy decision for me to not play it.
A roguelite hell awaits
it just
when
looks
Warriors
like they
Abyss
looked at
launches
Hades
on PS5
like,
and
we could do something
PS4
like
later
that.
today.
Yeah, that was pretty disappointing.
For whom are you working? I won't forgive you. Prepare yourself!
A PS2 era classic returns with Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny. Capcom is enhancing the original game with HD graphics and a host of quality of life features.
Why are they doing 2 though? Just like with Ninja Gaiden, they remastered or remade 2.
Immerse yourself in Jubei's hard-boiled journey. and fight through a world of turmoil alongside trusty allies.
Like we didn't figure out shit until
Onimusha
the
2
sequel
Samurai's
happened.
Destiny
So
comes to
that's when we
PS4
feel
on May
confident enough to
23rd
release.
and will be available for
That's
pre-order
cool.
later today.
Maybe I'll go back and I don't
Looking
think
to
I played Onimusha
2026,
2.
let's check out a new trailer for Capcom's latest entry in the series.
Cool.
Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
I want to see more of this.
So they're finishing up with Monster Hunter. It's time to start drip marketing the next game.
Yeah, that's fair. I just don't even know. I mean, we're looking at it, but I don't even know really what this game's even gonna look like, gameplay-wise. It looks like a Capcom game, graphically.
Don't you poke me in that river. It definitely looks like a Capcom game. That's so funny.
Can't wait for the fucking next Resident Evil.
Well, yeah, if it's a main one, it's the main pushing, I'm sure.
Anything really, but yeah, the next mainline one. Massage.
強さの証明だろ。勝てばそれでいい。てめえらごときがいくら束になってこようが。やべえ。
I like how the combat's kind of like slower paced.
I love all these little things like them pushing the table.
Yeah. This actually looks pretty good.
Also, the main character seems very fun.
Yeah, it reminds me almost of fuck, dude from Seven Samurai.
ご無事で何よりです。お前、なんだ?
That looks pretty good.
That looks pretty good. I don't know if I'll play it.
It's also interesting to see them maintain.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place.
A perspective that's further away. I thought they're going to go for like third-person action, like any game nowadays would.
Yeah,
but.
America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your
This song's
inheritance.
gonna make me feel stuff.
The philosopher's legacy. Then they're out to kill me as well.
I love this song.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake?
Ew.
We are the sons of the boss. I see it. The fear. A great and terrible fury at being alive. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
I still have the Shagohod and the legacy.
They're coming back.
There is nothing
I thought there was
America can do to stop us.
Oh, no.
I'm probably wrong. I probably am thinking Silent Hill.
And fucking Silent Hill 2 is my game of the year. So we'll see how that turns out. That looks really good though. And they're bringing this back, which is weird considering that's not really a brand anymore. Yeah, dude, I can't fucking wait. August 28th, alright. It's a pretty good state of play so far.
Yeah.
When the fury of emotions sparks the wildfire of violence.
Is that Homeboy from Deus Ex?
Illusions and exposes the fragile
I didn't ask for this.
Of reality.
I have 1,000 questions. Why did you come back?
I stood in the home I was born in.
Didn't ask for
In that
Christmas.
moment, I felt the connection.
Epsilon 11, sound off. Where are my men?
They're gone.
Choose your next
Death Gear Solid.
What happened here?
Oh, I think we saw this game.
I think we did too. It looks vaguely familiar.
I just the whole like drone thing.
It's you. We must continue. We've begun to uncover.
Is this is it Hell Is Us?
I think so. Those monsters are definitely familiar.
They showed way more. Like the last time they showed it, they only showed these like weird locations and combat and the weird monsters. Yep. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a better trailer than last time.
Yeah, that actually had some variety in it. The first one was like just like weird visuals.
Yeah, the last one showed gameplay, which was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Yeah.
They're making a sequel, right? Or is it DLC? I still gotta fucking play this game.
Can it be winter all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. You want to know the year? What a pleasure to meet a stalker worthy of the name. It's been far, far too long.
Oh, my forever friend. Help me to hold your hand and dance.
Liza P. Iceborne.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
She was looking for someone. Legendary. She stepped up only because no one else could.
It's a decent looking game.
Too many stalkers were lost to that evil.
It's also nice to see that.
I'll do whatever it takes.
See if people try
Your
to
survival
get
is
that
all that matters.
Dark Souls.
Nothing else comes close, not even my life.
A solid game, yeah. Yeah, I've heard either people haven't played it or they love it. I haven't heard anybody go like, "Oh, it's over." I've never heard that. Okay, that's cool.
It is an add-on.
Deserves it. I'm glad they could do that.
I don't know where I came from or how I was made. That's me, little then once in a lifetime.
I don't know who that is. Is that Bion?
Yeah, dude. Only grabbed his gun.
Smart. If I woke up in this world, fucking give me a gun.
We don't know where our children will put down roots.
Interesting visual style.
Why is it so visually vibrant, colorful, but he's just unloading everything? I don't even know how to interpret it. I think it looks cool visually.
Yeah, I agree. Dreams of another.
Was that made in dreams?
Huh.
I don't know how to feel about that. I think it, like, visually it looks really cool though. Gameplay wise, like, he wasn't even shooting enemies.
Yeah.
皆さんこんにちは。Qゲームスのクリエイティブディレクターのバイオンです。私の最新作ドリームオブサナザーはいかがだったでしょうか。破壊なくして想像はないというテーマのもと、ドリームオブサナザーではシューティングゲームの常識を覆す体験ができます。武器で傷つけたり破壊するのではなく、抽象化している散らばった世界を具体化して想像することができるのです。本作ではポイントクラウドというテクノロジーを採用し、プレイヤーは幻想的な夢の世界へダイナミックな変化を与えることができます。今年 PS5 登場予定で、本日からウィッシュリストへの追加ができます。ありがとうございました。
Looks cool.
Hey everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani, and I'm excited to share even more PlayStation news in today's show.
Ah, it's real.
Days Gone Remastered, the definitive version of Ben Studios' post-apocalyptic open-world epic, comes to PS5 with VRR support and PS5 Pro support.
The game that played until it's dead.
It also includes added content like permadeath and speedrun modes, an enhanced photo mode, new accessibility features, and Horde Assault, a survival arcade mode with increased horde sizes that will provide a fresh way to experience Days Gone.
I don't know if you need to increase the horde sizes.
And
They're
if you
already
purchase
pretty big.
Days Gone on PlayStation 4, you can upgrade to a digital version of Days Gone Remastered and get all the content and features for $10. Days Gone Remastered launches on PS5 April 25th. New DLC is coming to Stellar Blade this June. The sci-fi action game is partnering with Goddess of Victory Nike on a new boss battle, collectible dolls and stickers, plus a new outfit. Both the Nike DLC and the PC version of Stellar Blade launch this June. We've got some great PlayStation Plus updates today, starting with game catalog titles arriving on February 18th. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Top Spin 2K25, and launching in a game catalog, Lost Records Bloom and Rage from the creators of Life is Strange.
That's why we're not getting a lot of time on it.
Did you girls ever see anything weird around these parts?
In this episodic adventure, players will join 4 high school girls living through the defining summer of their lives.
Is this a Don't Nod game?
I was wondering.
What begins as a tale of friendship
We've seen
will
it before.
eventually blend reality, dreams, and
like
the unknown into a dual timeline narrative.
Looks like a game they would make.
The first episode of Lost Records Bloom and Rage arrives February 18th, with the second episode arriving in April.
Bloom and Rage.
We're also excited to confirm 2 unique indie titles that will launch into game catalog later this year. Explore a mysterious mansion and blueprints, a genre-bending architectural adventure.
PS Plus game.
Every door is a new decision as you build out a sprawling manor with 45 shifting rooms, adding layers of strategy, puzzles, and exploration.
Looks interesting to me.
Yeah.
Blueprints launches day 1 into game catalog this spring. Abiotic Factor is a 6-player survival crafting game from Playstack and Deep Field Games. Stranded miles beneath the surface,
this is that survival game where you're stuck in an underground lab that me and Josh are playing.
To outwit your enemies and make this bizarre underground complex your new home. Abiotic Factor will be available in game catalog.
It's like such a creative idea. The idea that people on console aren't playing, it's kind of wild.
Now
to me.
let's get a sneak peek at games coming to the PlayStation Plus Classics catalog. Coming soon are the first 3 Armored Core titles from the original PlayStation: Armored Core, Armored Core Project Phantasma, and Armored Core Master of Arena.
No.
Meanwhile, Patapon 3 slides its way into the Classics catalog next week.
No one knows how that world came into being.
I do.
It devoured everything from the past. Only I was left. That was a fatal mistake.
So cliche.
It's the aura of the Grail pieces. I can sense it. As long as it is reforged.
My wish can be fulfilled.
Yeah, is that
And wishes
engine?
come at a price.
To pursue one's
What
wishes
is this?
is to court one's doom.
Yeah, it's wild looking at. It's very nearby to be switching stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Seems near inspired.
This is a feast only for the king.
Can't escape from your doomed fate.
Gwendolyn, this is your final warning.
It's super flashy and good looking.
All the animations are
My quarrel lies not
Yeah, it's not even
with
just
you.
like graphically,
But I
it's
would
good
take
looking.
back
The animations are like
everything that
super
belongs to
smooth
me.
and fucking detailed.
Even if the price is my soul.
Tides of Annihilation. Huh.
The table is dead. It exists no more.
Looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
I honestly think that looks better than that Lost Soul side game.
How do you feel? Is something bothering you?
Just some noise in my core.
That reminds me of that. I don't remember the name of it when I talk about it. Ghost Runner? That reminds me of Ghost Runner and like Doom.
Deep down in the depths of Vulcan, you must retrieve the Architect's core.
They will send everything they have to stop us.
Definitely get Ghost Runner vibes from it.
I would never want to see you hurt.
Get an old school frag shooter vibe.
But the path
but it's all set up like these like just arenas you're gonna run through and kill these guys while dodging and shit. Just reminds me of Doom. Fucking Ghost Runner. Looks okay. We'll play on PS Plus. There's a lot of PS Plus games on here.
Oh yeah. My memory's still a bit blurry.
Build a rocket, boy.
Remember.
What the fuck?
Remember this.
DS! Showtime!
I have these gaps inside my head.
Sound like it's a 10-minute window. You made it.
That's just
leftover
hardware.
It's been decommissioned though for everybody to do.
What the hell is happening?
The only complaint so far is the gun sound effects were super fucking thin and tinny.
I'll cover you.
Shit.
All this time you just wanted answers about the tech in your head? Are you kidding me? This thing has ruined my life.
You have no idea who you're dealing with. After what you did, we should have left you in the desert.
Oh god.
This is not the first time we got a fatal error with your tech.
You guys make it stop! Make it stop!
It's kind of all over the place. I don't know how I feel about
I know
it.
what I have to do. This is the only way.
Questioning more of like what kind of game it is. Mind's Eye. It almost looked like an open world game, but that could have just been like a race or driving segment of the game. Otherwise, we don't see a whole lot of like
new action adventure set in the fictional city of Red Rock, where AI and human greed collide to bring Earth to the precipice of collapse. All captured on PlayStation 5 Pro. We're now proud to share some gameplay footage with the explosive combat and high-octane driving that you can expect on PlayStation 5 later this year.
Yeah. I would say the trailer didn't do anything from a gameplay-wise, so.
No. It'll be a hard studio to forget. I'll manage, but.
This kind of looks like.
What's going on in there?
It was an ambush.
Not AAA, like it almost looks like an older game.
Do not lose her.
It almost looks like a remaster or remake of like a fucking game that already existed on like PS3 or something. The gameplay is like super simple.
Proceeding on foot. I'm coming to you now. The search and rescue bots. They're malfunctioning. They're attacking us.
Does it have any features other than just being a third-person shooter? Because I'm gonna call it right fucking now. That's gonna be the next Order 1886 or Days Gone.
They're showing us PlayStation Studios.
Yeah.
It always comes back to this.
Oh, this one got spoiled for me.
Well, I think we're at the end of the show, so if you were going to get spoiled something, it'd probably be the big announcement.
Yep, pretty excited for this.
This world, this moment, this choice. Every time the sun dies, madness reigns. That's a cool vision. Then everything begins again. But after every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here, and I will find you.
Oh. Wow, something coming out next year.
Hey everyone, I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemarque. We are thrilled to announce that our latest game, Saros, is launching next year on PS5 and enhanced for PS5 Pro. Saros is the ultimate evolution of the Housemarque gameplay-first experience. It's a new single-player IP that builds on Returnal's award-winning third-person action. You play Arjun Devraj, performed by the brilliant Rahul Kohli. Arjun is a powerful enforcer searching for answers on a hostile, shape-shifting planet haunted by an ominous eclipse. All of us at Housemarque can't wait to share more about Saros, with our first look at gameplay coming later this year. Thanks for watching.
I can't really think of a whole lot of games that have been announced for 2026 yet, so it's kind of weird to see that. I guess Onimusha, but they're actually giving themselves some time for that, so that's good. Yeah, that was spoiled for me when I hopped on X earlier, but I had read a tidbit in the picture that said that it had claimed it was like the sequel to Returnal. That's not really what he made it sound like. It sounded like they're building on what they did with Returnal. With this game, but they said that instead of every time you die you have to restart, basically there will be permanent progression in this game, so that's cool. I do hope they'll release a multiplayer component though, because it was fucking awesome that they added that to Returnal. So and Returnal's fucking dope. I still haven't beaten it, but from what I have played, it's really good, so I'm pretty excited for that. All right, that was the state of play. What do we think?
I mean, interest aside, because honestly, a lot of it was not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good show. They showed off quite a bit from a lot of different studios from a lot of different parts of the world, so that was pretty cool. I liked being able to see, some of the stuff we were kind of expecting as well. But I think that probably the biggest one for me was, and I already forgot the name of it now, but there was that. Third-person like action, like you said, it was like near-like game.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest surprise for me.
I already forgot the name of that shit too.
Yeah, this one. This one looks probably the most up my alley.
Tides of Annihilation.
Yeah. But I really like Nier and the little bit of play Stellar Blade so far. I haven't beaten it yet. I need to like properly play that game. But
I'm just impressed with how this game looks. I don't know who this is.
The animations are really good. The visual thematics of the game are also like really cool. It's like a little bit of, I get a little bit of like Souls vibe, but I also like they kind of come off almost like Valkyrie-esque in a way. While
also being modern themed.
Yeah. So I don't know. It looks pretty cool to me.
That design I think is actually really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then these huge, like, that's why I was thinking almost like God of War, because the like, really huge, like, Colossuses and stuff like that from, was that God of War 3, I think it was? So, I don't know, looks pretty neat. Obviously, we'll see more as it we get closer to it, but it looks like a fun game at the very least. Let's see, what else did we kind of see? I'm looking forward to getting, because I will not be repurchasing Stellar Blade on PC. I already own it on PlayStation at this point, so I'll have to get the DLC for the Nikkei DLC for that.
Yeah.
On there. This game, I love the way it looks. I know I won't play it though. And, the Sonic kart racing game, that strangely enough looked pretty fun. So I don't know if I'm in a hurry to play it, and like you kind of said, it'll probably end up on
that. Yeah, that within the next year it'll be on PS Plus. So,
but it looks fun enough.
Yeah.
I wasn't huge on the Soulacide, yeah. Can't put my finger on it.
It looks kind of cool, but it also kind of looks like generic. Like, it's obviously graphically good looking.
Oh, definitely.
But like just like him just running through the air and flying and surfing, like how many abilities do you need to go through the air?
Yeah.
It's just like kind of the Wukong thing. Like he can do everything. Like it's just, or Superman.
Yeah.
And like the style of it, like the environments are like okay. Combat looks good. It's fluid. Almost too flashy though. There's too much shit going on the screen. It's like almost hard to. I'm sure if you play it long enough, you'll be used to it.
Oh,
but
probably.
Just for a trailer, I'm just like, there's a lot of stuff happening. And then I think the character design also looks kind of generic, but the game could be fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. Until I guess I see the game actually come out, and I had kind of the same problem with Wukong. It was hard for me to like get a feel off it until like it came out and I just saw like solid gameplay.
Yeah.
The problem with most trailers in general is obviously they're trying to sell you something, so like they kind of put together a bunch of flashy scenes together and stuff like
Sure.
that. So, which I like. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, but
unless you're overly flashy and the game disappoints because you can't meet the fucking energy you're trying to sell people.
Well, it's like that shooter later in the show that you were kind of talking about how like hopefully you could do something else because all they showed was him running forward shooting.
Oh, dude, I honestly like kind of don't think that game looks good. Like it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think
like I like shooters. I'm looking at this. I'm like, man, back on like PS3, this might have been a banger. Like obviously the graphics couldn't have existed on PS3, but like it's like the Order 1886 came out and it was like at the time one of the best looking games I've ever seen in my fucking life. It was one of the most basic shooters I've played, and it felt like a PS2 era game. And I'm getting that same vibe from this. This looks like a fucking Siphon Filter for PS2 or something. Like it's just like he's just like running, getting behind cover and shooting shit. It's like, is there any? And we don't know, but like, is there any mechanics or features that's going to differentiate this pretty generic looking third person shooter from
the gameplay
fucking ocean of them?
Was pretty shallow, so
yeah,
it's kind of hard to.
And the premise of like, oh, AI, you're a dude with a gun versus people like robots. It's like, okay, but what else? What else you got? The driving doesn't look particularly good. It looks kind of fucking floaty. You know, the graphics are fine. I'll give them that. And then the gun sound effects, but that's just me being a dork about audio. Like I'm just hearing them. Like you can't make like a fucking beefier sounding gun than just like sounds like shit. So
yeah,
I'm not trying to be overly critical. I don't know shit about this game. It's just revealed, but
it could be good.
It could be amazing. I don't know, but from what I'm seeing of it, I feel like it's going to come out. It's going to have like a dedicated group of people who really liked it, but everybody else is going to forget about it.
Yeah. Kind of bouncing all over the place here, but the Konami like new game coming out, even though it's just like a little like platformer style game about an octopus.
No.
It's
oh yeah,
cool.
yeah. Konami.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought I said Capcom. I'm like, it wasn't Capcom, but you're
Konami.
right. You're right.
Looks interesting and actually kind of looks fun. So, kind of excited that even though it's such a I'm sure a small project for them, that they even like made a new game.
They need to be doing that. Like they're trying to get back into making AAA games because they're making all these remakes, which is safe. But I fucking loved Silent Hill 2. Like they did a great job with it. So if they can do it with Metal Gear Solid, awesome. But if they need to take baby steps, that's fine. But they need to do other things as well to get people excited about like what else can you offer other than remaking the games that we already love.
Right.
And you don't have to make big moves if you're like not sure if something's going to sell well. And that game looked fine. And it's neat that it's a new IP. Like, oh cool, Konami has a new IP. It's not just like Contra, some bastardization of Contra, or fucking an excellent remake or a hopefully excellent remake.
Yeah, and it gives me like old school game vibes too, where like the main character's an octopus. Like it's like not like,
it gives me like Sega, Super Nintendo era like platformer vibes,
which is cool. Onimusha looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm worried it's a game I'm not going to be like into playing because I don't really like dark horror-esque themed games. So
well, it's funny because like I've never been a big Onimusha guy because I love samurai stuff, and I know you do as well.
Yeah.
So that was always like a selling point for me. But like the fighting like monsters as a samurai was never like an exciting. Like I'd rather just fight samurai than like these monster samurai. But Onimusha is a decent series for sure. I have respect for it. But this actually looks pretty fucking legit, while also maintaining, surprisingly, an Onimusha look and feel to the combat. Like, I'm kind of surprised they stuck with that, because it'd be so easy nowadays to just bring Onimusha back, maintain story, lore, reboot it, whatever they're going to do.
Those finishers are so cool.
But make it like a third-person action game. Like, that's what a lot of people would do nowadays. But this is like, looks kind of like a mix between like this third-person combat here, but then also these big rooms where you're kind of fighting multi-directional like the old ones. So also these cinematics look really fucking good.
Yeah, and the main character just has like a lot of personality for the little bit we've seen of them.
Yeah.
I'll keep my eye on that one. I might be interested in picking that one up.
Yeah. Plus like Capcom is just like solid. They're like one of the big developer publishers out there that like I'm just like, it's probably gonna be good. Like, they haven't been fucking up.
I mean, I don't remember the number anymore, but I know when the first playtest for Wilds came out, it had hundreds of thousands of people playing it on Steam.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
Capcom's in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, and I'm so stoked to be playing Monster Hunter at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Which they showed, and it looked amazing, as it always does, and a ton of monsters in the trailer, lots of weapons. I don't know, man. That game just looks great.
I'm taking off 2 days at the end of this month because I'm going to go see Deftones, but that's also coming out that weekend. So
yeah,
I might be playing that as well. Well, I will be playing it as well.
Oh, for sure. I don't have an affinity for this one, but I know you do.
I have the affinity for this one. It's one of the best games ever made.
So I'm excited for you and all other Metal Gear Solid fans.
It looks fucking great too. I'm so glad that they got the style. Like when they first showed off the game, and it was just like footage of the tech, basically the visual style, but some of the characters didn't look right, and I was like, oh man. But now like it's looking more and more like just Metal Gear Solid 3, and some people who've played have complained that it doesn't do anything new really. They've enhanced some features, but basically it's straight up just Metal Gear Solid 3 rebuilt from the ground up. It has the same voice acting from the original too.
I thought they changed Snakes to... Oh, okay.
No, it's all directly from the original game, as far as I remember. But literally when the fear fucking popped in and said it, like I knew he was going to say it that way because that's how he says it.
Yeah, I just thought that David Hayter was doing Snake's voice for some reason.
He did do Snake's voice.
In this one?
Yeah. The only one he didn't do Snake's voice for was 5.
Right.
And that was Big Boss anyway, but...
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm fucking really excited for that.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Liza P, I'm assuming DLC, but maybe it's an expansion. I don't know. They didn't really specify. I didn't play the original. I watched, like, some of it. It's a very nice-looking game.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer was very nice-looking as well, so... but it's a little lost on me, I'm afraid. This Hell Is Us, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It's a much better trailer than before. Originally, it was like a good-looking game, but it was like just effectively grays the whole time. And like, I remember you even like saying something along the lines of like, "Is this the only enemy type in the game?"
Yeah, I was kind of worried. I was like, "Is this like a small, good-looking indie game where like they're not going to have very many enemy types because they don't have the production like resources?"
But this looks way better. So,
also, I don't know if that's the main character or not with the fucking curly cues, but kudos to them for having a character that even looks like that because I'm not used to seeing characters look like that in games. So
yeah.
With the perm,
I'll be looking forward to hearing your opinions on this game because I have a feeling you'll be playing it.
It looks like a game I'll play.
Yeah. What was the game Bandai was making?
Digimon.
Looked better than I expect Digimon to look.
Mm-hmm.
A little confusing, to be honest. No affinity for it, but if it's a good game, I'd be down to try a Digimon game.
Sure.
Am I missing anything? Anyways, I'm kind of rambling. What do you think?
I think overall it was a really good presentation. I literally think I would play almost every single game they showed off.
I kind of got that vibe watching this.
Yeah. Obviously to different extents. Every game that I said that was a PS Plus game is a game that is on my... I might get around to playing it when they release it on PlayStation Plus. We'll do it for Plus Club, but...
The It Takes Two game. That'll be a...
Yeah,
that's next month.
Split of... What is it called? Split something? Split. I don't remember.
I don't either. I think it was like the second one that just showed off. It was pretty early.
Yeah, it was early on, but Split Effect or something. I think it's called.
There's Shinobi.
But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. But yeah, that looks really good. What was I saying before that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, anyway, everything they showed off here looked really good. All the PS Plus games, I'll get around to playing when they're on PS Plus. But the big standouts for me is, I think it was called Saros. I really like Returnal. I haven't beaten it. I was kind of waiting to play it co-op with somebody because I played it with a rando once, and I was like, "It's pretty fun." And I just never fucking couldn't get anybody else to play it. But Returnal's super solid, and this one looks pretty cool. Also, the idea that you're gonna have like permanent progression is huge for me because that's my biggest thing about roguelites that I don't like, or roguelikes in general, like a hard one, is restarting over and over again. And you unlock features and things to do on every run, but I like some sense of permanent progression as well. It's more exciting for me. So that's really cool. This robot game, like I've said now a couple times, I honestly like. It's not even like I feel nothing for this. I kind of think it doesn't look that great, which is kind of weird, especially because they saved it for the end. But I think they know that people are always looking for a AA, AAA shooter, and so this is probably they're like, well, for people like that, this will be for you. But as somebody who's really into shooters, it looks really basic and really generic. So maybe we'll see a trailer later that will show like what's special about this game, and then I'll go, okay, there it is. That's the thing. So for everybody who's like thinking it looks awesome and think I'm poo-pooing it, I am, but I'll be fair about it. And then that I also liked that this game kind of looks okay, but not. I don't know. I think Ghost Runner's a neat game, but I also am not in love with it. I know some people fucking love that game. I feel like this game's gonna have a very similar experience when it comes out, where there's gonna be like people who are really into it because it looks pretty decent. But I feel like it's just gonna be okay for me. But looks decent. And then this Tides of Annihilation, big surprise, probably the biggest surprise outside of Onimusha for me in this state of play, in terms of like, I don't know what to expect, and it has exceeded my expectations. Never heard of this game, see it, and it looks really good. Same thing with Onimusha. I already was kind of interested in that because it was a big Capcom game, and then it just died. Bring back Lost Planet, please, and give the fucking modern Capcom touch, and I will love you guys, and multiplayer. But it seems like it's getting the AAA treatment for Onimusha, and it already, we barely saw anything. It already looks like a game I kind of want to play. So that's awesome. So I'm just glad. I'm just so happy with Capcom and everything that they're fucking pumping out. Like I can't wait for whatever the fuck they do with Resident Evil next. Outside of Resident Evil's in a weird place because their mainline games right now are just like fucking great, their remakes are great outside of one, but then they have these weird little Resident Evil games that they pop out. They're like low budget bullshit that they all suck. I forgot the one, but it's like Reverse. That game's servers are going down after 3 years. I'm like, it lasted 3 years? Who the fuck was playing it? It was so bad. So yeah, outside of those little experiments, which is fine to do, it's their money.
Sure.
They're fucking killing it. So I just love Capcom. I'm glad to see Days Gone is getting some love, even though it's not the kind of love anybody who's a fan of that is going to be super excited about. I mean, it's nice that they are improving it and adding more freakers to the, I think that's what they called them in that, to the game. But yeah, I know everybody just wants a sequel to that. But if you play Days Gone, it has a sequel. You play that game, you think it ends, and then you're only halfway through the game. So there's the sequel right there. What was the other one that I was thinking of? That gun game looked kind of interesting, although I was more interested in the art style.
Oh yeah, this is such a weird game.
Yeah, this is super intriguing, and this is a game I hope comes out on PS Plus so I could get to play it, because I don't know if I would buy this.
Yeah, I'm super interested.
But yeah, I kind of want to try it, but I also feel like if I buy it, I probably won't beat it. But if I have to play it for Plus Club, I would probably play through it. So I'm hoping it comes out on there. What else? Liza P looking great. I need to play it. Metal Gear Solid, I'm very excited for. Onimusha, I think looks fucking awesome. And this is a rarity for me, but in a trailer I normally don't get conveyed to me that a main character is like interesting. Yeah. Most of the time they just like look like a badass and you're like, okay, well hopefully the story's cool. But they like show a lot of like character and charm to this main character in this trailer that kind of almost is equally as interesting as the gameplay. I'm like, oh, they're actually like working on this story. But I know the stories of the original Onimusha games and the characters people liked, so they probably have to maintain that, and it looks like they're doing it. So pretty excited for that.
I'll skip that Warriors game.
Yeah, that Warriors game I don't give a fuck about. This cozy horror game I think looks really cool. I don't think it looks cozy. Maybe they're because it's kind of cute. Maybe that's what they're going for. But gameplay wise, I don't see the cozy in it. There's nothing cozy about.
Where's my farm?
Shooting at a monster trying to fucking kill you. Yeah, maybe there is gonna be a farm in the game. I don't know. Yeah, this horror game also looks really cool. I forgot what it's called. But the one by the people who make the Dark Pictures games, this actually looks pretty fucking cool. So I definitely want to play that. I need to catch up on these games. I've only played up until the one where you're in the town on the bus. It was right after Man of Medan.
Oh, I think I had to play that one too, didn't I?
I don't remember.
I know we played one together.
We played Man of Medan. We played all the way to the end, and then it glitched out.
Yeah, which was such a bummer.
Yeah, we're like right at the fucking end. I wanted to see the ending too, because we were playing different than the way I played through it when I originally played it. Yeah. Borderlands 4 is looking like Borderlands. And as a big fan of Borderlands 2 and a pretty big fan of Borderlands, it sucks that I'm not like super excited for this. But I played Borderlands 3, and it was a solid gameplay experience. But the story was fucking terrible. And yeah, in a game that forces you to go through so many cinematic sequences that are story oriented, it's not a game I would want to replay. So I hope if they can't come up with a good story for this, hopefully they just make the gameplay fucking awesome. I'll probably pick it up and play it.
I will say though, the little bit I'm seeing in gameplay, the movement and stuff like that looks way nicer.
Yeah.
So I imagine at base level, it'll just be fun to play. So
yeah,
I'm just kind of so burnt out on those types of games.
Well, the thing I like about Borderlands is like they're solid shooters. They reward shooting weak spots, which is more interesting than just shooting a bullet sponge. The gear's good, the loot's good. The perks are typically pretty good. I feel like I was more into my build in Borderlands 2 than Borderlands 3 because they're like omni classes. Yeah. So like it felt like every class could do whatever you wanted it to do, which is neat in principle of like, oh, I don't have to be held to this, but I kind of like having a hard class that I have to make into something. And yeah, so with that game too, I think the mobility looks better as well, but I do have that concern that every class is going to have some kind of aerial ability, which will feel like Suicide Squad, where it's like, yeah, it's cool, they can all do it, but do they all have to? Is that your big gimmick? Is there every character's you're going to design the game for everybody to be in the air?
Right.
Like, so nobody's feels special. It's not like I'm playing with my friend and, oh, you do the aerial stuff, I stay on the ground and do my cool shit. It's, I don't know. It's heavy speculation, but we just played Suicide Squad recently, and I thought it was weird that they all function basically the same with different mechanics. This game, must buy for me. I fucking love everything these guys do. And wrestling, cool, all that shit. Sonic Racing looks whatever.
As much as I'm not a wrestling fan, like huge fan of the fighting game and fighting game adjacent genre.
Yeah.
Adding social hubs, like such a in retrospect, such a small thing like to ask for, but I think it's such a good thing because like one thing those type of games typically have outside of their games is communities that now can actually hang out with each other in a virtual space. So
but yeah, overall I think it was a really good presentation. I was never bored. I thought everything was worthwhile to see. A lot of cool reveals. No huge big banger reveal in my opinion.
Same.
But a lot of cool stuff and some genuine surprises. A couple games there I was like, oh shit, that's way better than I thought it was going to be, or I've never even heard of this, but this looks really awesome, so hopefully it ends up being good. And so yeah, overall I think I would grade this presentation a B+, soft B+, almost a B, but there's some games there that I think were like worthwhile seeing for sure. So yeah, B+.
I'm also feeling B+, because there was, like you kind of said, there wasn't like the big reveal there. That Saros game or whatever. I don't have like enough content. I didn't play their previous game either, so
I would have liked to see gameplay, but the announcement is cool.
So it did nothing for me for being the finale of the show, which is kind of important for my rating because a lot of times, the big reveal, like when we got to see Ghost of Yotei, for example, I was like, holy shit, they're making it! Thank you. Like, I mean, I knew they were making it, but getting to actually see it was huge. So, but yeah, it was a good show. And there was a couple of surprises in there, like you had kind of said as well. And with, some of them I'm interested in actually getting. So, since I seem to be kind of fussy.
Yeah, so B+.
Yeah.
B+ from me. Both liked it. Definitely worth our time. Let us know in the comments what games were the big standouts for you when it comes to the state of play. What do you think about Onimusha? What do you think about Saros? What do you think about all the other things that were there? Anything you saw that you didn't like? How do you feel about the whole presentation? Do you think it was worth your time? Do you think it was a good presentation? Maybe there's some things you didn't like about it. And what were you hoping for that we didn't get? Let me know everything you think about in the comments below when it comes to this state of play. But that's going to do it for this TLG Reacts. Stay tuned. We'll have a taste cast out soon. This month is going by so quick that hopefully we get one out before it ends. I feel like this month is fucking...
That means half over. So.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Chevy, for joining me for this as well. And until the next episode, have a good one, guys, and take it easy.